There's no other show like this. There's no other role that is like this. I've watched my put-ins back from New York. I just laugh because I look terrified the whole time. It's like, yeah, but you can't expect to, at the end of the 8 weeks, be like, cool, well, I've got my blue man. Because that's just not the way it goes. It's just about continuing the work ethic and the excitement to discover what your blue man is going to do and how you're going to find it. I sort of had in my head, oh, really cool to go to Vegas, but I didn't expect them to send me as a brand new trainee. So November 5th, I got here, brought me to the theatre, and then I saw the strip lit up for the first time, and I was like, this is where I work now. What the f***? 5 months nearly, and it feels more like 5 weeks. It's just gone so crazily fast, and it's just been great to be welcomed into this team, and everyone's done a great job at making me feel at home and not having to worry about anything. It's a great place to work and excel in what you're doing. It's hard to not excel when you surround yourself with people that are like-minded and driven and want to do well. Every day they come to work, and the blue men that I'm working with all want to help and have great advice and great notes. And again, it's in weird and wonderful ways that I think only us guys can understand, how to explain something to each other in some crazy analogy. And it just makes me realize how weird you can just get in your show and to do stuff with your blue man. I went into the show quite quickly. The chimes and the PVCs were the most daunting thing. I was still getting them in my body, and there was a couple of shows where I'd look at the audience, or I'd look at a blue man, and then I'd come back and be like, oh, where was I? It just became a sea of numbers, and I couldn't remember what. So I was just using my musical ear, and if I hit one that sounded right, I'd hit it a few more times whilst I figure out where I go to next. I think I've got them ingrained now. I'm running up there and jumping around like a ballerina in Creature Feature. I love it. It's one of my favourite numbers. It's such a beast. I hope one day I get to learn the creatures. They're really cool. I play around with them like before sound check, and I'm kind of figuring them out. They're really fun to play. I just feel like for a character that doesn't speak or express vocally anything like that, it's just pure raw music and 3 guys on stage just giving these guys an amazing show. And there's no other show like this. There's no other role that is like this. The job doesn't come to you. You've got to come to the job, and then hopefully the character can come to you. And that's what the training is all about, is finding the character and being open for it. Otherwise you just don't get it. It doesn't work.